Capricorn, what are you manifesting now? First card out is the Magician. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles. You're up to something. I'm clairvoyant. I know. I can see. I can sense it. You've got 2 decisions to make. Cards are jumping everywhere. Stay with me a few more seconds and we will know if this is for you. You're manifesting something, but you've come to a point where you've got to make a decision. 2 options. You've had a lot going on in the past and in the future. 5 of Cups keeps bouncing around. I don't know if I need to put it in the past. I don't know if I need to put it in the future. There's something you need to walk away from or balance out, and you're unsure about how to do that. This is related to your emotions, how emotional you are, how you're dealing with your emotions, how you're dealing with your mind, body, and soul. Not everyone loves to deal with mind, body, and soul. Not everyone cares to do meditation and well-being. But there is this 7 of Pentacles and this rebirth that you want. You want something to rebirth. You want to move forward towards healing. You want to move forward towards a new beginning that you've already had in the past. You're feeling stuck about something and you're resisting change. Capricorn, the energy's shifting. Stay with me, right? If you're resonating, hit the like. You're going back and forth in your head about something. We've got to get you grounded. We've got to get you into some meditation, some positive affirmations. I understand you might not like that. I understand you may not want to open up emotionally, but you're holding something really close to your chest. And it's practically burning a hole in your chest, burning a hole in you. This manifestation, 2 wands of passion. You can't go left, you can't go right. You're waiting. You're not sure what to do about it. You're back and forth, and it's a situation of you've been patiently waiting for a relationship to rebirth, a situation to rebirth, a reconnection. You had something in the past, an opportunity in the past, a way to go in the past. You rushed towards it. You moved towards it, but it was in a healing phase. And then 6 of Swords is coming up, like you're still moving towards it, but you're rushing it. Stop rushing this. It's like you're running around with a needle and you're chasing the balloon around the room. Yeah, whoever's holding the balloon is going to run away from you because they don't want you to burst their bubble. Leave their balloon alone. If there's a child playing with their balloon, do not be that adult to get a needle and pop a hole in it. Yeah? The balloon will go out by itself. Yeah? We don't need to go around popping balloons. It's a metaphor. But some people in life buy balloons, buy birthday balloons, buy celebrational things, and they put it in their house, celebrate, have a party, and they leave it there and let it go down in time. Others go, the next day is over, sick of this shit, burst it. So you're bursting someone else's bubble, you've bursted your own bubble. Let the air out of the balloon slowly by itself. That's how things manifest. Things need time to manifest. You're not giving it enough time. Just because you burst the balloon doesn't mean something's going to come out of it. This is not a piñata. A piñata. A piñata. How the hell do you say that? Piñata. Why do I have to say it with an accent? Piñata. Because it's not right to say piñata in a English. Piñata. Piñata. That's piñata. There you go. Mexican twang. Couldn't find it. Next, let's keep going. Piñata. 7 of Wands. You're fighting off a new beginning. Ace of Swords. Queen of Swords. Page of Wands. Dearie me, what on earth? I thought this was a simple manifestation, but no, it's not, is it, Capricorn? Page of Wands. 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, Page of Pentacles. There's so much going on here. 2 of, that's why you can't decide. 2 of Swords. 8 of Wands, High Priestess, the Chariot. You need to be clear in communication about what's going on here, because there is this devil energy and the Knight of Pentacles. You're also fearful that this is going to go too slow, and then you're going to be by yourself waiting for a long time for emotional healing, for a celebration. You don't want things to escape you. Yeah? You're worried about missing out on something. You're trying to rush through life too quickly. You don't want to miss out on being the emperor in life, so you're rushing a situation way too much, yeah? You need time to be on your own. If you're dealing with a Queen of Cups feminine, they need to be on their own. Listen to this. I'm not going to go through all of these people because there's too many. But there's a lot of people in your life and they're all doing different things and they're all connected to this manifestation and it's all really not a lot to offer. That's why you can't make a decision. Queen of Pentacles, someone in your life who often turns their back and is cold and detached. Page of Wands, someone in your life who keeps telling you they've got something for you, they're meant to be with you, they love you, they keep giving you this flash in the pan energy. Your energy is coming out as Seven of Swords. You keep batting people away from you. You keep batting away this Queen of Swords. You keep batting away this King of Pentacles. But not only that, who else is here on the table? The High Priestess is here. And there's a lot of communication with the High Priestess, but it's going back and forth to Five of Cups energy. So there's grief, there's loss, there's upset, there's Three of Cups on the floor and only 2 cups. So you and this person are having more deeper conversations, but there's a lot of emotions that's gone on and a lot of things that need to be cleaned up in this person's life, this High Priestess's life, right? But then not only that, there's a Page of Pentacles here, and there's a Seven of Swords here, and a 2 of Pentacles here, 3 other people. Now the Page of Pentacles has got real toxic energy because the Page of Pentacles is trying to offer something really, really slowly to you, or the person, to you and the High Priestess, or to you and the Page of Wands. 1, 2, 3, 4. All these 4 people look connected to each other and all attached to a lie. Something really toxic as well. Someone trying to make a dishonest offer. Someone's trying to act like they're single or independent when they're not. Someone is trying to build off the back of a lie. Someone here is independent. It looks like you. But on one side, there's this independent offer, something you're being offered, but then there's also something that you're looking towards that is a lie on the horizon. Queen of Cups energy is emotional celebration and a new beginning for you. But why is there lies here? You're moving forward towards something, and this is what you've been rushing towards, being an emperor. But this independent energy of yours, you're looking at... I need to look at that. I'm confused. I don't want to say too much into it. Someone's offering you something for a start that's toxic. You're looking at 7 of Swords and a 9 of Cups. 8 of Pentacles. 9 of Swords. Knight of Wands, Tower. Tower leads to 5 of Swords, Knight of Cups, 10 of Swords, Queen of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, Fool card, Hierophant card, and the King of Pentacles. Whoa, a lot going on. There's something that you don't believe in, something that you don't trust, something that you don't have faith in. It's confusing me because it clearly is happening and you're moving towards it. It's suggesting that you don't believe in yourself, but because there's a Queen of Cups here and an Emperor here and 3 people celebrating, you don't believe in something that's destined for you. You don't believe in something that's fated. You don't believe in something. You don't believe in something that's going on. And there's a toxic opportunity here that you're looking like you're going to move towards, but you can't even do that because that way is blocked. You're trying to get an opportunity anywhere you can, and you're trying to go up to any path you can to try and grab something instead of just standing true on your own soul and your own passage, going in your own direction. One way feels like a lie and you're rushing towards it, but it is truly what's going on and who you're becoming and what's going on with you. Another way looks like a quick fix, and then you go down the path, you end up having a tower moment, something goes wrong, you're worrying so much about it, you're left out in the cold, you cycle back round, have to fix what happens, maybe have to fire someone, get into an argument with someone, stop talking to someone, and then you move back forward and get morals, integrity, balance again. You come back to yourself. If you rush around this cycle, you're going to come back to right where you've gone. You're not, either way, it's not a bad thing. You've got people in your life that are just there sitting there. You've got this opportunity that's happening slowly. Go slow and it's going to be fine. You rush, then all that's going to happen is you're going to rush round. Something's going to happen. It's not going to work out. Then you're going to come back to the start again. And then you'll just do it again and again until this opportunity is open. Because you're just trying to bide your time and do something until this opportunity is open for you. This new world. This new path. Because at the end of this story, you're the emperor. With the 8 of Cups. There's a lot you've got to move on. This is the journey of life. Someone's shown you a shortcut in life, basically. Listen to this. There's toxic energy around, right, in different areas of your life that you need to see and that can rub off of you if you're not being balanced. So it's all the people over here that you love, that the Queen of Swords, the Page of Wands, they're people in your life. Whether you're getting love bombed or not, or it's a positive or negative, they're stable people in your life, and we can't judge every aspect of someone's personality. Someone's quite cold and detached. You argue with them quite a bit. They turn their back, but they look like family. You're back and forth with them. Mother, sister, lover. Feminine energy. Could be a masculine that's more feminine though. Then a young feminine, someone that you're in love with, someone that you've been dating. Could be a younger sibling, yeah? Brother, sister, cousin. Could be a best friend that's younger than you. I want to say it could be someone that you had an affair with that you still talk to, right? So hold that. Weird thing for me to say off the cuff, right? And then the Page of Pentacles is also an energy that you pick up. You go back and forth in this energy where you in your mind, here we go, powerful reading. You in your mind, you bounce from being the Page of Pentacles to the 9 of Pentacles. And both of those energies you don't like. Because if you're the Page of Pentacles, you're just standing there with 1 coin. And if you're the 9 of Pentacles, then you're just standing there with 9 coins around you. In your opinion, none of that's good enough for you. Yeah? Obviously, the High Priestess is also in your reality. She's like the Page of Wands and the Queen of Swords. But she's grieving and going through stuff. But there is a lot of communication you're having with all of these people. And then you're batting off other people that are not fitting into your 10 of Pentacles. You've already got 10 of Pentacles. You're pushing for more, but you want to change your 9 of Pentacles. You want to change the Page of Pentacles. You can't. You know that your destined Emperor energy is here. And you know that you need to work on your emotions and your mental health and your emotional well-being. Take time for yourself, meditation, therapy, counseling, class. What kind of classes do you want to go to? Acting class. Yoga class, meditation class, dance, performing arts, whatever it is, dive into it. Economics class, business class, finance class, whatever it is, choose some classes. Take a dance class. Go to church, do a new spiritual ritual, fill your time with something else. Because this is what God is giving me, right? The energy of God is high today in the environment. I will say that. A lot of ancestors and past and loved ones around me. A lot of emotional readings, at least for me personally, where I see the liberation of everyone. I haven't opened up to all the zodiacs since I've come back to the channel for personal reasons. I haven't just done a full-on sweep of what I would say is that pivotal point where I shift and really dive back into this zone. And there's reasons I didn't do that. But as I've come back into that, there's a really beautiful, organic, spiritual healing over me and love from God and the divine that's coming through in all the readings, letting me know I'm making the right choice. And this is the right time for me to do this and segue this in. And that's the pin here for you. Do you see? I haven't forced this vibration. I've let this experience come to me when I felt ready for it. I put loads of content out on the platform, a load of it shit, a load of it with no SEO, me not really bothering, but that's because I was still working on my emotions and my internal. And because coming up on social media is very different for me because I'm an empath and I'm clairvoyant, and in my opinion, I'm opening a spiritual channel and I'm diving into your life. Whether or not people don't believe in tarot and witchcraft and clairvoyance and whether it does or doesn't work, this is my magic. And it's important for me to open up in the right ways and to have business and personal life and all the other stuff I'm trying to do at the same time as this. So different. And I've got other channels I'm segueing between. I feel like an octopus. And I have to trust that I can use the right tentacles at the right time. And what kind of God's showing me with you in this reading is what you are doing is you're using whatever you can whenever you can, but sometimes you're spinning your wheels because all you have to do is stay where you are and be happy. You don't need to move. You don't need to rush. You don't need to force relationships, push people in, push people out, argue with people, or rush to be the emperor. You need to be grateful with your Nine of Pentacles. You need to be grateful with your Page of Pentacles, because that's where you're at. You're going to keep cycling right back round to the King of Pentacles, because that's your energy as well, until the Emperor doorway's open for you. You can go through this obstacle, spend all this money, change all these things, go up and down, argue with this person, like I see a manager, an agent, legal fees, a new opportunity. I see an argument with someone that you're firing them, or you're getting let go from some agreement you had. You're defeated because of it. You're moving towards an opportunity. I think this is already going to happen because I'm saying it now, or it's happened already. You moved to an opportunity, right? And you was going to work with a female or a feminine about something. But there was a tower moment. It didn't go right. And you felt stabbed in the back. They stabbed you in your back, in your feelings. You were in your feelings. They were in their feelings. Then you've let them go and you've moved on, taken a risk. But you keep feeling out in the cold because you keep forcing connections or keep forcing change to become the Emperor. And the Emperor's not even in the direction you're going in. You keep going in this other direction, hoping that you're going to get Emperor status in that direction, and you're not. Because the Emperor direction is the direction that you think you're lying to yourself if you go in. Whatever you're lying to yourself most, or whatever you feel like's a lie for you, Nine of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles, Devil and Seven of Swords. Right at your blessing. The gateway to your blessing is blocked by your understanding of who you are now and who you're going to become. And your destiny and what's meant for you. Yeah? You got to trust in the journey. You got to go slow. You got to stay where you are. Listen to this. This is the best way I can explain this for you. Right now, everything in my life I manifest 7 years ago. I wrote down every little thing I have. Now, that was 7 years ago. I've changed and I've done a whole load of stuff since then. So, no, I'm not impressed. Since then, I've been manifesting new things. I've got new manifestation lists. I've got new goals every year. So no, this 2024 reality, it's not what I fucking want. I dreamed this 8 years ago now, when I had nothing. When I didn't know what I could be, when I didn't know how intelligent I was. Sorry, God, I'm just giving an example. I feel really rude now for even saying that. Because what I've learned over the last week or so, and just after coming out of my birthday window and wrapping up a real bit of bullshit in my life, right? I've woken up and I've gone, oh my God. All I wanted and really manifest in my life, and I've prayed to God all the time for it, no word of a lie. I said, I just want my own place, my own setup, my own desk, my own place where I can light candles, sages, essence oils, have my fairy lights on, have my sofas, my cushions, my favourite foods, cook my favourite foods, get my favourite takeaway, have my pets and animals, my cushions, my covers, my tarot all over the house, and just do readings on YouTube. That's it. All my life, every time I've done readings over the last 8 years, I've done it in a room where family were walking around on the outside. I never had my own house. Even when I moved into this house 2 years ago, I was so deep in grief, so coming off of homelessness and being broke, and the shock of going into grief and then fighting with my family and getting dragged through the trenches for doing the research I was doing, that I couldn't even read properly. I was still reading, I was going, but I was in fight or flight mode, quite similar to you. I don't think you've settled down and accepted what you've manifested in your life yet. When did you manifest for what you have now? Are you living in your manifestation now? Because God has told me straight up and out, you best start acting like you wanted this life that you've got and not fucking disrespect it. Because, sorry, it's not as amazing as it could be now that you've learned something and done the work to get here. Now you want more. What makes you think I'm going to give you more and more when you can't even value what you have in front of you? Show me you love this life. And that's why I've come back to the channel this week and said, right, I'm going to fix all of my social medias properly. I've dealt with all the family issues now. It was a burden in my life. I was shoving my head in the sand about so many relationships, so many different toxic things that I didn't want to deal with in my old age because I was embarrassed that this should have been wrapped up in childhood. I've been through so much bereavement, so much bullshit. I'm out of it now. I have the life I manifested. I have a house, a home, everything I need in. I can cook food. I can post my stuff on social media, and guess what? No one shows up to eat it. I used to be hosting parties, drinking, turning up, partying, cooking, and before I could even get the cake out the oven, the door would go and in would walk a truckload of family or friends saying, oh, I saw you making that cake. It must be ready by now. I've watched your Snapchat. It said half an hour it's going to be done. I'm having a party at my house. Everyone knows about it. It's never a party. It's a small gathering. 3 people are coming. Now there's 10 people. I'm providing the drink and the food and the entertainment. I'm the hostess with the mostess. Something's off here. Where is my window of time to let go and relax? When I had special things like food or something I wanted to do, I wouldn't post on social media because I would be bombarded with guests and people. I'm a hermit. I just wanted my own space. When I moved in, I was confused about how to even live. I manifest for all this freedom and no one to invade my space and for me to be alone and learn who I am. I was living with family and living in supported accommodation whilst grieving 3 dead family members, one who overdosed on heroin 5 days after my nan's funeral. I can't process the bullshit of reality that I was in, that I was still functioning through, high functioning. I've moved into my house. I can't afford all this furniture and stuff that I need. I'm buying it. I'm getting cheap shit from anywhere I can, doing the best I can to survive. My mental health's on the floor. I'm struggling in major ways. My life's going down the pan. I'm still building the business. I'm still doing freelance jobs on the side. Then I'm getting dragged into legal issues, whistleblowing cases, legal issues around my technology that's crashing with law around Haiti. I'm then reporting to government, reporting to the police, informing government on what I've discovered, what's going on. My life's chaos. I feel like I'm losing the plot. I feel like I'm in some telenovela, some made up story. This is all bullshit, conspiracy. No, it's real life. I'm in fight or flight. I'm racing through the speed force. I don't know when to stop. I can't see stop from go because I'm panicking and I'm scared. I don't want to be homeless again. I don't want to lose money again. I can't afford to lose my business. What if someone else dies? Oh my God, my dad's dead. He commits suicide. Oh my God, I'm still adjusting. My cousin snaked me. Oh my God, I'm still adjusting. My mum's a beep, still adjusting. My family have really just fucked off and chose to be with my mum and not me, making me feel like I'm in the wrong for not wanting to live by their standards. Oh my gosh, I'm abandoned as an adult. I feel like an orphan at 35. What do I do? Yeah? Bullshit. Yeah? What is that for you is my point. Because a lot of that stuff I told you was me deceiving myself, me lying to myself, me forcing me to be okay. Me moving all the time, rushing around. Luckily I had focus. Work is a good focus. Yeah? I had therapy, counselling over and over again. And when I used social media and reality, the research project, to ground myself. And I trusted in God, worked spiritually a little bit, doing life coaching here, only spoke to a few people that really had time to hold my emotional pain in their hands and let me kind of grieve with them because I had nothing left on the phone or in message but sadness and grief. And the people that tolerated that and were there to hear me cry and go back and forth and act happy one day, but really I'm broken inside, I'm just being positive, I'm not okay. I had to work through that. I had to own that. And I cycled through that and I came out the other side and I'm so much better for it now. And in that window of time, I felt like, no, this business isn't real. No, I'm not really making this. No, I'm coming from tarot. No, I'll never be that person. God's shown me the way. God is showing me the way. God loves me. I'm a child of God. I'm destined for this. I'm more confident than ever. I was in fight or flight for a long time, just rushing forward, not thinking about my analytics on social media, but thinking about, can I really do this confidently? If I did get traction, would I be okay with it? Because I'm assessing my mental health before I'm desiring to get traction, because I don't want to be out there without being forewarned, if that makes sense. I'm scared to even give myself too much on the platform because I've still got issues with family from the past and stressors from the difficulty from me coming out in my community as a crazy shaman and being judged by the people closest to me. for believing in non-binary, just feeling awkward and atypical all the time. I don't fit in. Then you tell yourself that, and it becomes a cycle you keep repeating. Then you end up hating on yourself, creating blockages in your life, doing things that you don't need to do. Break the cycle. You're doing stuff you don't need to be doing. If that means taking a break from social media, taking a break from family and friends, going on a solo vacation to relax in the sun, somewhere in the tropics, whatever you need to do, let go and surrender. And be in the 9 of Pentacles energy and be in the Page of Pentacles energy, because they're the best. Understand what you have to offer to someone, a small offering, and own that and give that out from love and healing energy, whatever way that is, because that could be you offering something to a company, a business, a deal, what you give off to family and friends energetically, not just money. It's about how you show up materialistically and own who you are. You haven't got to show up as the Emperor every day. You haven't got to show up as the King of Pentacles every day. You're allowed to be the 9 of Pentacles. You're allowed to be the Page of Pentacles. Don't sell yourself a dream. Don't sell yourself a lifestyle that you can't live up to and that mentally, emotionally, and spiritually is draining you. Don't create a reality that you're not going to want to live out forever. Don't move until you feel safe. Don't force it because you feel like you have to. All throughout the grieving cycles of my life, I've still been on social media the whole time. Only after the main bulk of the experiment did I come off and stop showing my face. But even straight after the grief, I was still there. I should have grieved. I should have taken off a year or two. And in my mind, as someone studying influencers and me saying, oh, I'm an influencer, I can't do that. Influencers wouldn't do that. I've got to live by this standard. I've got to keep going. I've got to keep going. And for a long part of my career in the early days, me having a spiritual-based community and reading tarot was all I had. And the whole network of reading tarot and doing tarot readings for money through YouTube and Patreon, that was my thing. So I was happy doing that with a small network of people that I frequently had. I felt like I owed them something to keep doing tarot readings for them. And I felt like that's going to be my only income, so I have to keep that going. I felt tied to that. But then God forced me to improve my business and my net worth and jump in a new direction. I lost the whole community I had because of that. Changed my whole business dynamics. And I looked at myself like, who am I becoming if I'm turning into this corporate person? But I used to be a hippie and shaman reading tarot. I couldn't even amend or adjust. And I'm still grieving. Think about what you're going through and what's happening in your life, layer upon layer, and how you're healing and working through it. There's no judgment going into hermit mode. There's no judgment being alone. There's no judgment for keeping on working if that's going to keep you going at a difficult time in life. You've got to push through any way you can. If I stopped working, I would have been so depressive, I wouldn't have got up again. I took time off social media because things were just hitting me more and more, and I just bitch and gossip on Twitter in between all the stuff I'm working on. And it's a nice outlet instead of me having to show up and make all this effort and just keep going at it when there's more to me in my life and what I want to create, and I've got to trust God on the journey. And this break has been great. So when I do come back to social media, whenever that feels right to kind of really be out there and present, it's going to be in the right way. And I'm going to be in the right mind, and everything's going to be truly balanced, and I'm going to be healthy and whole and positive and rich in mind, body and spirit. Please stop forgetting how important your emotional and mental health is in this journey. Prioritize that over anything else, because that's what's going to see you through until until your dying days. Social media will change. The rules and regulations on social media will change. The stuff you want to post will change. But your mental health, your emotional abilities, your morals, your moral responsibility, your integrity, and your desire for evolution, and what you want and who you are at the core won't change. So be aware of who you are and what you're doing now, what you're pacifying, what you're denying, what you're avoiding. Start learning to spend time with yourself. I think you would benefit from like a silent retreat for a week. You know, when you go to some kind of monastery or spiritual retreat and you just go in and you have to live like a monk for a week. I know some people that I kind of grew up with, they went into a silent retreat in India. And it was a week or 2 weeks of absolute silence following I don't know if it was a Buddhist discipline. I'm actually not too sure what discipline it was, because there's so many disciplines now that I'm aware of. But they followed a specific religion and discipline, lived that way amongst the monks, and just evolved in that way. That inspired a lot of my journey when I started out, because I was coming into spiritual gifts and I didn't know what to do. And then when I realised people that I knew were actually diving in, I said, okay, I need to learn to shut up as well. All I do is waffle on. Let me go quiet. Let me go within. Let me meditate. Then I started meditating from 15 minutes a day to 20 minutes a day. And then I went to an hour a day. Then I was doing 2 hours. Then I was doing 2.5 hour meditations, just deep meditations. Since that was 2016, 2017, 2018, I've never meditated like that ever again. My life got chaotic after that. Even now I've moved into this house, I can't sit for 2.5 hours in a meditation. I can't even meditate for 25 minutes nowadays. So I need to look at myself and work out, how have I got here? How am I so far away from who I used to be? And can I get back to that? Because that's where I really found God. That's where I really mastered my spirituality. 2.5 hours sitting with my legs crossed in meditation, talking to God, talking to my spirit guides, talking to my past on loved ones, connecting with my inner child, healing, doing past life regression. Every single day, at least 3-4 times a week, 1.5 to 2 hour meditations. I was a very, very powerful spiritualist then. And I've lost that. I need that now. So thank you for listening to me rant on, because the cards are piled up with the Ace of Cups on the top. And it's just about owning that shift and what you need to get back to. I'm so far away. I'm over here in the corporate lane trying to build crazy companies that are beyond my wildest dream. But God showed me the way. I've only gone where God showed me. You need to go where God shows you. You know God. Don't tell me otherwise. You know God. Follow the God path. Follow what's easy. If it's hard and it keeps crashing and burning out when you go that way, go the other way. Just wait until the opportunity is in front of your face. Start living the life. Wherever you are, wherever you move to, whatever you're doing right now, whoever you live with, whoever surrounds you, whatever you love, own that and start living in your manifestation. I have got land a short walk away from me, 5 minutes away from me, if that, acres and acres and acres and acres of land. Pond, lakes, trees, rivers, streams, valleys. In London, centre of London, I'm on the outskirts of one of the most beautiful suburbs in the whole fucking town. I can go for miles and miles anywhere direction, see anything I want to see, do anything I want to do. I can go to places where all the land's mine. When I had the spiritual community and I had the numbers and I had the ability to do events and sell out, right? I could have used that space. I was in a space last week, right? Quick story on the way out. I was in a space last week, empty. I was there for about maybe 2 hours. And I'd done a meditation, I'd done Tai Chi, I'd done yoga. I went and skirted around and looked at the mud pond that was kind of there. And I could see footprints were already in there. So I was like, damn, I could get in there and really dive in and start living. Really do some of the mud stuff I would like to do. I see loads of influencers who live in those areas and they dive in and do mud ponds and mud masks. And really, I'm a creep like that. I like to get down in the mud. I'm Mother Gaia. Let me just lie in the mud. But I'm by myself here, so that's awkward as fuck. But I was really assessing. I said I could do a big event here. And I wouldn't need a venue, and it would be in the summer. And all I wanted to do was events in the summer in a gorgeous place like that. And I thought, I can't believe I've manifested this. I looked back and I realised I haven't even got my network anymore. All the people I had on my old social media, I closed that account down. I walked away from that life. Because I just felt like it wasn't for me anymore, and I felt like I had to move in a new direction. And I just felt unaligned to, it's rude to say, but the following I built up on that account, I just didn't like it anymore. I saw a new direction I wanted to go in, so I started building again. My numbers are not far from where they really were now, but I feel like this account is more authentic and more aligned to where I want to go long term than where I was before. You know, if that makes sense or not. But then I still look back and think, well, I could have done a sellout event in this venue over here. I could have done something amazing. I could still do stuff. I don't know if that's the direction for me or not, to be honest. But it did really make me think about my old life and my new life, and if there is a real difference between the two or not. And where the segue is between. Do I want to do events? Do I want to do shamanic stuff and bring the shamanic community in? I don't even know if I have the power to, because I'm not a normal shaman anymore as well. Do I want to embrace shaman communities again and see if there's shamans locally that I can connect with? Do I want to do tarot reading outdoors again and bring people in? Do I want to do hikes with people and bring them into the local areas and do hikes in my area and really start doing events in all these acres of land that I've got? Put on events and parties in all of these places? I could. But I'm not sure. But I know the world's my oyster. I can go anywhere. I just know that there's not a lot of shamans and hippies and tarot readers also building cubic supercomputer code and making hardware and software for tech and doing AMR and VR and all of this stuff in the corporate lane. And I'm pushing for more and more incorporation. And then my whole spirituality is aligned with that. But I know some people look at me like, who are you and what are you doing? And are you really spiritual because you're doing that? You know? And are you really tech and qualified corporately because you're doing that? You're reading tarot over there, but you're saying you're making this over here. Lies, disbelief. We've heard it all before. There's always going to be someone who doesn't believe. And you're going to be that person who doesn't believe the biggest until God shows you proof. Someone shows you the way. Or someone believes in you enough to keep on going. I hope that makes sense and that story I shared resonated with you, okay? Because that's the best way I can explain what's going on with your energy. Thank you for opening up your energy to me today, because it's let me really just process my life. 2 readings today that's been really nice on this channel, and I'm really grateful. You're the last zodiac sign of the day. Hit me in the comments, let me know what you want more of, because I've run through all the zodiacs and I feel great. I feel great for coming back, and I feel like this is really healing for me too. And I feel like I really, really found myself now, and I feel like I've got rid of the worst of my life and I can move forward, and I believe in myself again, you know? And I've had a lot of disbelief, so I'm happy to share that with you. Don't worry if you don't believe and you have a weaker moments and you're in fight or flight or you're panicking. It's going to be fine and you're doing great. And God is always going to be here and test us a little bit, but we always come out on top. We always come out exactly where we're meant to be, which is on top, positioned exactly where God wants us. So don't force the vibration. Let the vibration take you to where you're meant to go, okay? Love and light, Capricorn. Bye.